Good evening, one and all. Welcome to Leaders Connect, an online leadership community episode 40, where leaders create more leaders, organized by the Mass Leadership. My name is Yugandhar, currently working in Everest IMS Technologies as HR Executive. Leaders Connect is started with the specific objective of creating 1,000 plus leaders, where all the working professionals and business people share their real-time challenges, either leading self, leading others, or leading business on our website www.themassleadership.com. That's when we call as leaders create more leaders. Currently, all are muted, and we will be giving you an opportunity to speak to our guest, Mr. Venkat Narasimhan, Director, Business Promotions and Administration, Mizo Bank Private Limited. But before that, let me also share that we are currently live on Facebook, and this episode is being recorded. So, are we all ready to interact with our guest on the topic leader? Then please type S in the chat box if you are ready. Thank you. Before the introduction of the guest, let me also take the privilege to introduce founder of the Leaders Connect, Mr. Prakash Sharma, who will have interaction with our guest today.
Great. Thank you very much, Yugender, and welcome all. Welcome to our guest, Mr. Venkat Narasimhan, and welcome all the members as well as the visitors who have joined us today to the Leaders Connect platform, which is really where we talk about leaders creating more leaders and how we will definitely look at that. And before we move ahead, I will also request Mr. Venkat to turn on his video, and I'll be having a short personal introduction. And as you all know, there will be a video introduction about his professional experience. On the personal front, Mr. Venkat Narasimhan is married to Ms. Vidya, who is an entrepreneur, and he has son. His name is Vihan, and he's studying in second standard. So Mr. Venkat's hobbies are wildlife and nature photography, an excellent way of, in fact, he likes clicking on to the wildlife photographies. And his favorite sport is cricket, and recently it's been added to badminton also. So his favorite location is what he would say is Himalayas. So much more to know about Mr. Venkat, and especially on the specific topic, lead R. And that's a unique topic which is called lead R, and we're going to look and learn more about what is this concept lead R from Mr. Venkat. But before we go ahead to Mr. Venkat, let's also understand his professional experience through the video. So great, all the members as well as visitors, kindly type in the chat box, welcome Mr. Venkat Narasimhan. And yes, Mr. Venkat is here for us. So hi, Mr. Venkat.
Hi, good evening, Prakash. Good evening, one and all, and hope I'm audible. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Yes.
Looking forward to interact with you all. Thank you.
Great. Thanks very much, Mr. Venkat, for taking the time here to address and create more leaders. And that's what we have the abbreviation as leaders create more leaders. And an excellent topic also, which when we were discussing, you came out with saying that I did, for all the members and visitors, I did share certain challenges which was there posted on your community. And as I shared with Mr. Venkat, and Mr. Venkat only said, can we coin this title as lead R? And I was quite curious to know what is that R, and then we had a discussion. So I did understand, but I would like to you to share now as what is this lead error, which is there, the topic which has been given. So if you can just explain us to our community members, that will be very, very helpful, Mr. Venkat.
Sure, sure. Thank you. So, when the mobile really came, right, the real estate on the mobile in terms of the screen space was very limited, not like what we have in the current situation. And when it used to have a very limited space, even the word error used to come out not fully, but you just used to say ERR. I'm sure most of you would have guessed, what this word would have been. You would have kind of, prevented that this is the word. So, this word kind of always fascinated me because, this word error is actually represented erroneously, but still you are looking beyond that error and be able to understand what it is, right? So this kind of intrigued me towards how we look at things and how we pursue things, right? So when we were having this pre-discussion, and let's see what topic we are going to talk. I'm so sorry. Yeah?
That's completely fine.
Just give me a second. Sorry.
Yes, fine.
My apologies. Sorry.
That's completely fine.
So yeah. So while I was thinking about it, I think the biggest thing that was that how do we look beyond it, right? How do we look beyond an error? What it takes to look beyond the error. That's what kind of fascinated me, and that's why I wanted to pin this topic and this discussion. Said that I just wanted to quickly, tell something. I'm here to kind of discuss and deliberate with you guys. So don't expect bullet point and pointers from me. Let's all discuss, let's deliberate and see what we have. Thank you.
Great. Excellently told, Venkat. So that means we understand what you're saying is lead error. Means you're coming to share that even leaders will make errors, is what that you're saying?
So what I'm asking is that, can a leader make an error? What if he makes an error? Let's say we work under a leader. Let's say, or someday we are connected under a leader.
Yeah.
And he makes an error. How do we look at this error? And what if we make an error? How are we looking at it from our point of view? And how do we all look at it? Is it purely a labeling, whether it's an error, not an error? Are we looking at a very bilateral way of looking at things? Okay. Or are we looking at much more dynamic or a larger way of things? That's what I want to deliberate and see whether we can have a larger macroscopic kind of a look towards this micro point that I've taken up for discussion today.
True. Very rightly said, that the way how people perceive, and that means even a leader can make an error, so that how people start perceiving them, and that's very necessary is what you feel. So I have a question here. So before that question, for the members as well as the guests, I would request you to please turn on your video so that you can also make it more and more interactive. It will be helpful. And for the visitors who are joining us for the first time, on the chat box, you will have a link. That's every week we have been inviting visitors. And if you wish to join the WhatsApp group, feel free to join the WhatsApp group, which is there on the chat box. So, Mr. Venkat, this leads me to the next question, which was asked by a few of our members in our community. We are saying that definitely, yes, even leaders make errors and they are bound and they are also finally human beings, yes. But there are the management sometimes expects them to be very perfect. And we are leaders, yes, definitely people who are heading every department, and there are different positions we have. But managements are expecting the top leader who is heading a company to be more perfect. So may we know what is your views on that, Mr. Venkat?
Okay, a good question. So let's look at it slightly differently, right?
Yeah.
So I think even God's not perfect, right? If God is perfect, then there can be nothing imperfect around us. So let's park that thought there. So I think it's not about we being perfect, right? Now I'm talking here. Am I perfect? No, it can be questioned. I don't know, but am I giving my best?
True.
Am I giving my best to my ability, to my understanding, is a question that we need to ask. And I think we can look at this question slightly differently.
Mhm.
Rather than trying to be perfect, I think it's about am I doing my best within my ability? I think that's what we should ask ourselves. I think a perfect is a word which is kind of coined very differently from our mindset perspective, and I would like to erase it a little bit. Let's
Yes.
say, I'm sorry, I'm not a very technological person, but I kind of bringing in some technology related examples. But if technology believes that what they've achieved is perfect,
Mhm.
then there is no improvement, right?
True.
So I think it's not about perfect. I believe that we should think from our mind perspective. How am I able to deliver this within my ability? It's not about whether I'm doing it perfectly. It's about, am I doing my best of my ability? I think that's
Mm.
what we should look at it. And secondly, yeah, if management is looking up to someone and expect someone to be perfect, I think to a large extent they have identified you as a potential resource, or they feel that there is something potentially possible from this person, and that's why they're expecting a little more than
Mm.
what's possibly can be done. So what I would really what I would really say is that it's very important that we look at it from that perspective, rather than looking at
True.
ourselves to be perfect. I think it's about being best to our
Great.
ability.
Superb. So that means, which we understand as we are sharing it, you're saying that even that's how we look at it. It's more of a perceptions point you're talking. And no one is perfect. I really like this particular point. Even God is not perfect. You're saying, yes, I completely agree. But that's when we need to look forward, what best can we do? And if we are able to do our best, and that's how it is going to lead us towards the growth, is what you're able to share. Wonderfully shared. So, considering, I mean, one particular point, there are two aspects to look at it, Venkat, is there are people knowingly or unknowingly make errors, and that's when how even every leaders can make. Unknowingly, there are certain aspects, not all people are knowing. So, unknowingly, if a person makes an error, what do you think a leader should do? How do you think you should manage such situation? And what maybe any skills or qualities do you think are required for such a leader? If unknowingly it is done, then what he should do?
Yeah. Okay. So even without defining it's like unknowingly or knowing, let's just take this word like there is an error that is, or there is a mistake that. So I think from any leader's perspective, or anybody's perspective, I think probably to put it from let's say a corporate within the corporate scheme of things, I think we need to probably understand and differentiate what is this error about, right? So if I may put it across in this way, I would say three P's, right? Product, process, or people. I think you can kind of fit everything within these three things. So I think when a mistake or an error happens, I think we need to identify whether the error is because of people, because of process, or because of product. I think the issue happens is that the way we look at it from a clarity perspective, we kind of intermingle many of these things, right? When there is a product issue, we might think there's actually a people issue and kind of look at addressing it from a people issue. Or when there is a people issue, we might be looking at it as a process issue. I think the clarity from a leadership to see whether it's people, process, or product will give us a perfect understanding where you need to start. I think that's what I would like to share.
So very nicely shared, Venkat. The three P's what he's sharing is really good. And that leads us, in fact, to more and more discussions and conversations on the specific topic itself as lead, and also gets into more and more deeper. So what we're going to do is we are actually also, but there's one more question. In fact, I believe Mr. Rajiv Muthid has shared in the chat box. Rajiv Muthid says that the best of my ability, if we share it to the management, that may not be good enough for the management. That's what Rajiv says.
Okay, agree. Okay, so I think so. Then there is a so it's a trader's world, right? So
Yes.
you set an expectation that this is what you're able to deliver,
Okay.
and there is somebody expecting you to do that. This is one possibility. The other possibility is that you are saying that I am going to do this, but you are under delivering it. So you know where you need to develop it. So I think the mistake can be only two things. Either you over project yourself,
Okay.
and you're not able to do it because of various circumstances. Things can change around you, not only about your ability, but many things can change about you. But I think generally the expectation comes in because you have showcased something about yourself, right?
True.
Otherwise you're not. Let's say you're picked up for cricket. Why are you picked up for cricket? And once you're picked up for, let's say, a state team or an divisional team, division 1, division 2, which means there is an expectation out of you, which means that they expect you to do well. And let's say the coach comes and tells you you're not doing your best, which means they see that there is a possibility. And if the player continues to tell, no, I'm doing my best, and the coach insists that, no, you're not doing your best, it is not to pinpoint and say you're bad, but it is to say, I think still there is an opportunity for you to showcase what
Yes.
more you can do. I think we should look at leaders and peer groups as coaches rather than somebody, right? I don't think Sachin Tendulkar's coach was a better cricket player than Sachin Tendulkar, but still a Sachin Tendulkar needed a coach, right?
Yes.
So I think that's how we should try and balance it out.
Wonderfully shared. In fact, that means you're talking about even a leader, their possibilities are there, but when they have a coach, they are able to have the possibilities of improvements is there in every person. And that may not be the best. So focusing on the improvements is what you're sharing.
Absolutely.
And definitely, irrespective of whichever level or whichever designations people are, they definitely need a coach. So this reminds me with one more, in fact, a question, and then we will have a small quiz after that, Venkat. So the question is since you told about the coach, in fact, my coach is there, the Marshall Goldsmith. He shares a word for a leader. He says that a leader is more about, there are leaders who play their favorites. That means playing favorites is what he writes in his book, saying that purposefully or deliberately they make errors. That means there are people or leaders, or it could be a leader by the position what they hold, but deliberately they would like to play favorites, or maybe failing to give any proper recognition to people. These all for other people, it would see that there are blunders and errors. A person at the top level management is failing to give a recognition. So what I would like to ask is, what if a leader is deliberately making an error? How do you think a leader should be? And what do you think they need to be doing?
I think two things, right? So now, if the question is from a leader's perspective, I think he
Yes.
needs to first retrospectively look at it and introspect and see whether what he's doing is fair, right? And if it is from the opposite side of it, I think it makes all sense, and I think all right for that individual to kind of portray his position in a most communicative manner to that particular person. I think that's the only two options that is there. But said that, it just reminds me of a story. And I was born and brought up in Chennai, and I've been in Bangalore now for quite some time. But some of you who might have visited Chennai or are from Chennai, but you would have seen during election times, you will see a lot of these lookalikes kind
Yes.
of enact like the politicians. Sometimes when the politicians are not able to come, they might even come and kind of try and canvass for votes or something. So this reminds me of a story of Charlie Chaplin. When he was famous in London, there was this event that was organized to kind of like a competition for everybody to dress up like Charlie Chaplin and come and act like him. And whoever was the best was supposed to be priced, or very good priced. And this was a very large event that was organized in London. And the interesting part of the story was Charlie Chaplin himself went and attended this event. Thousands of people joined, and unfortunately, Charlie Chaplin himself lost the program. So somebody who imitated, Charlie Chaplin was able to win. So what I'm trying to tell is that sometimes the way we see things might not be
True.
the most appropriate way of seeing it. So there can be many layers to it. So when let's say a leader is not appropriately looking at a particular a person and not evaluating them, I think we should have communication. I think the biggest barrier is communication, and if we could communicate and articulate our position well, I think we can definitely move people. I think beyond that, even after that, if it is not moving, I think the only way is to stay away from a bad situation.
Okay. Stay away and get into acceptance mode.
Yeah,
That's where.
acceptance, or try and move away from something, right, which is not most adoptable for you.
Wonderful. Excellent, Venkat. Wonderful points which you've been sharing to make us more clear and deeper understand about the leader and what all leader. Yes, definitely we're able to understand about the leader who makes mistakes, but even respective to deliberately, if it's there also, one is their thought process, what you're sharing, and how they need to portray plays a very important role. Thanks very much, Venkat. So I would like to take only two more, totally 5 minutes now. We have a small quiz, and then we'll come back to you again, Venkat. So members here, so now is where you're going to have a quiz. Before the quiz, I would like to also introduce the author of the week. And all the members and visitors, feel free if you have any questions to ask also Mr. Venkat. After the quiz is where you have time. Feel free to raise your hand and feel free to open to ask questions. And after this quiz is where we will be giving you an opportunity. So before the quiz, let me go ahead and introduce author of the week. The author of the week is Mr. Ganesan Thiru, and he is the investment planning services and from the company YMM Financial Services Private Limited. And he has authored the book One Page Stock Market Plan. So welcome Mr. Ganesh Thiru for our Leaders Connect community. I believe Manish, kindly unmute Mr. Ganesh Thiru so that he'll be able to introduce himself and share more. Yeah. Okay. Ms. Ganesh. Yeah. I'm giving you option. Is it done?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Ganesh.
Thank you, Prakash. Thank you for the opportunity, and it was a wonderful discussion on leaders error. And thank you, Venkat, for sharing your views. And I am Ganesan Thiru, stock market profit coach. I help people investing in stock market and help to multiply their money. And anybody who wants to learn about stock market, they can join. They can get my book. That is the reason this one-page stock market plan, because people invest without a plan and they lose money, and we have heard lots of stories on it. So that is the reason I came up with the book. And in the last 1 year, I had done webinars on the same topic where I give two takeaways from my webinar. One is like learn to invest without depending on anyone. That is one thing. And second point is learn to make 15 to 20% returns in 6 months, once in 6 months.
Wow,
So that is something like which everyone desires, but nobody knows how to make it. So these are the two takeaways. If people wanted, they can join in my webinar and learn more. And also this book can help you to do that. You need to do the research and do the work.
Definitely. Wonderful, Ganesh. That's excellent to know about this book, One Page Stock Market Plan. It's a really interesting book. And welcome once again for this episode, Venkat. So, and Venkat, as we shared with you, definitely for the quiz winner, we request you to share one complimentary offer of your book. And that's what members Venkat is going to do for us. Ganesh is going to do for us. And for that quiz to ask, I would request Miss Rekha Jain to please be a part of the quiz and introduce the previous week's quiz winner and share the quiz question for the week. Go ahead, Ms. Rekha.
Yeah, very happy evening, members.
Happy evening.
Before I share the quiz for today, let me first share and congratulate the last week quiz winner, Mr. Suprakash Guha, Lumina Ceramics, who has received the Mask Leadership 360 feedback as a complimentary book. All the members can congratulate him on the chat box.
Wow, good.
So congratulations, Mr. Guha. And now let's see who is the lucky winner to get the book. Today's complimentary as one-page stock market plan, as we just saw it now. So fastest fingers first. So all the members ready? So let's
Yes.
see who is going to be the winner for today and who types the answer first in the chat box. So here comes the question. Who can just tell me what was the 3 P's about which Mr. Venkat was discussing?
People are ready with the answers. Okay, wonderful. That's really great. So we have Lakshminarasimhan, people, process, product. Then Balaji K also is there, and then Gokulavan. Gokulavan is also there. Ramki is coming up. Wow. Good one, good one. That's a good question, Rekha, which you can ask, and that's the take of the day, is what I feel.
Yeah.
And the 3 P's. So, whom do you think you can share this particular book, Rekha? Who's the first? And the first person is, I'm just looking at the chat box. I believe it's Mr. Lakshmi Narasimhan R. Okay, wow. Congratulations, Mr. Lakshmi Narasimhan. Congratulations. Yes. Yes, go ahead, Rekha, ma'am, please.
Yeah, there's no difference in, there's no like the order, nothing like that, no?
We're only taking the person who has typed in first. So that's
Yeah.
what we're taking in. Great.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, Rekha, for sharing this particular quiz.
Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Our pleasure. Thank you very much. So, Lakshmi Narasimhan, congratulations. All the members and visitors kindly type congratulations to Mr. Lakshmi Narasimhan on the chat box. And Lakshmi Narasimhan, kindly unmute yourself, sir, once. And you get an opportunity also to interact with the guest, Mr. Venkat, as well as the author, Mr. Ganesh now.
Congratulations, Lakshmi sir.
Congrats, sir. Congrats.
Thank you, sir.
Great. Great, great. So, Mr. Lakshmi Narasimhan, you have any questions to Mr. Venkat as well as Mr. Ganesan?
Lot more to hear, sir. Still, I am not very clear what to ask.
But that's completely fine. So, kindly introduce yourself, Mr. Lakshmi Narasimhan, so that people are aware about you. And members as well as the visitors, now is the time for asking questions to Mr. Venkat as well. So feel free to ask questions to Mr. Venkat. Two ways you can ask: either you raise your hand or you can share the question in the chat box so that we take that question to Mr. Venkat. Yes, Mr. Lakshmi Narasimhan. So kindly introduce yourself, it will be helpful.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Thank you for this opportunity. I am Lakshmi Narasimhan, having almost 30 plus years of experience in manufacturing, HR and training. And right now I am in Bangalore. And I am a regular listener of this mask leadership session. There is a lot more to learn. As you were mentioning, there is no end for learning. I keep learning. It is my interest also. This is what about me. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Lakshmi Narasimhan. In fact, he is one of the inspirational leaders in our community. So we have titled certain inspirational leaders, network leaders, and all that our community, and he's one such person. Good. Thanks very much. And Mr. Ganeshan, would you like to share any questions with Mr. Venkat so that that's time, and then we'll go hang out with the other members as well. We have raising hands as well.
Maybe he can share his views on the topic, like leaders' errors. So maybe your personal experience in any of the companies, if you had come across with your immediate leader, or what you had experienced, maybe something like that.
Great.
Okay, to me?
Yeah, to you.
Okay. So two things. Of course, I've worked across in multiple places, right? So, and what happens is that in certain situations you can do something, in certain situations you cannot do something. I think the biggest thing I would put my money on is clarity. I think clarity of what we are, what we can do, and what can be done and what cannot be done. I think that's a very important thing that needs to be in our mind in terms of how we are looking at anything in our life.
True.
So, of course, in certain situations, I have not been able to do anything when I've come across certain things. But yeah, you take that as a learning and see, you inculcate that thing into yourself when you grow into that stature and see whether you can, cut out of it. and whether you can make a situation for people under you not to experience the same thing, right? You look at it from that perspective, whether yes, you have gone through this, yes, you have been made stronger because of this, or maybe you've been affected because of this, but rather than that putting you down, one, can I move out of this and make myself merrier or better? Or can I see if I can stay aloof by not getting affected by it as much as possible? Or probably, look at trying to go against it. So I think these are the three options that is there. And we need to weigh and see what we need to do, right? So another thing is that I see many of the chats that's coming in, what happens to favoritism? It's a
Yes.
very very common thing. And we'll have to understand we can glorify many things by using fantastic words, vocabularies, but end of the day, we are human being interacting with another human being, and we are made out of likes and dislikes. So you will go through that. You will have a situation where someone likes you a little bit more than what somebody doesn't like it. This is going to be a very common thing. What I would suggest is that as much as it is not affecting you from, let's say, an integrity or a personality stance, I think from a corporate side, it does happen because we are end of the day human beings. In certain
True.
situations, you can voice it out, you can communicate it, but I don't think you can totally avoid it because it will be there. When you go to a shop, there are hundreds of, let's say, material. Why does your mind go to one thing? So we are made out of likes and dislikes, so we will be impacted by that. We should look at how to navigate it in terms of whether we need to be aggressive, whether we need to be democratic in our approach, or whether we need to be, a little bit more politically correct, if I may say so.
Great, great. Excellent, Venkat, for sharing that particular question of Shashank. Also, in terms of favoritism, also you've answered that. But before we go to Rajiv is asking for an example from your experience. But before we go to an example, just let's take one question. Then we would like to listen to more examples is what we're also looking. In your real life, where do you think you have made an error? And how do you think you have handled it? And that's what people are asking about an error. So maybe let's finish off this and then go with the next question of Sendil. So in a real-time experience, what's your experience in terms of you had made an error and how did you go about handling it?
Yeah, so I think in most of the cases, of course, I've made errors. I would be imperfect if I don't make errors, and I think making judgments or making probably looking at taking a call about something, you might make mistakes. And in my role or in my line of business and what I've been doing, it's very important to take judgments and calls, right? We have an author who's talking about stock market, and stock market is unpredictable, and that's what makes it very interesting. I'm sure you can add more to it, but the reason it is unpredictable is because it just delivers human emotions, and human emotions can never be predictable. So said that, of course, I've made mistakes in terms of judging something, or probably trying to assume that, okay, this is the best way to do it or something. And as soon as you get a feedback, or as soon as you know that there's something wrong, I think the biggest thing that you can do is just take a step back and reflect back, and see that whether what you're doing is correct or wrong. I think sometimes with this whole race, we kind of run very blindly, and you might think what you're thinking is correct and just keep moving on, right? I think it makes a sense to just take a pause, take a step back, and look and see, oh yeah, am I moving in the right direction? Sometimes the maps that we use also sometimes misdirects us, right?
Yeah.
So
True.
it's better to just take a look, look around and see whether you're doing it. And of course, whenever such opportunities come, there are friends, there are peer groups, there are my seniors, sometimes well-wishers, they've always come to you. Sometimes, your parents, sometimes your spouse, sometimes even your kid might come and tell you what you're doing is wrong. There's so many times, I might put it very simply, but these are all mistakes, error. We don't have to look at it as a big error. But I'm telling you, these are all small errors, but we just have to be very adaptive in terms of trying to understand that, oh, there is an error. Acknowledgement is the biggest thing. I think if you hesitate to acknowledge there is a mistake, then you are pulled into the wrong side, towards the wrong side for a very long time.
So errors can happen, and acknowledging that, yes, I did make an error and that's my mistake. Acknowledging is very, very necessary. Is what
Absolutely.
And yes, definitely a leader even at whichever position they are, they may make mistakes, but it's just not being there and saying that, no, I have not made a mistake, and just trying to claim is not going to help us. Acknowledging it shows that the person is very humble, the person is very down to earth, and he's looking forward to the team. Wonderful. Great. And we also have Mr. Rekha Jain, who's raised a hand, I believe. Rekha would like to ask a question, then we'll go to Mr. Sendil's question.
Yeah. Basically, we are discussing on the topic like errors of the leaders. Can you just guide us with the basic points or precautions that a leader can take so that he makes minimum mistakes? It's not that he'll not be able to make, but is there anything you can guidelines? You can give the guidelines like we do minimum mistakes.
Okay, so if we have to really categorize a leader, I don't really like to categorize, but if I have to really categorize, I can say autocrative, leader, a democratic kind of a leader, and a consultative leader. I think leaders can avoid making errors if they believe that the team is bigger than the self. I think that is the biggest thing. I think the consultative approach is the most important thing. Sometimes what happens is that once you are in a certain level or position, I think you stop listening or hearing to people in terms of, you start feeling, if I accept that, does it show me in a smaller position than where I am? I think that's not a problem at all. To me, I think it is a common goal. It's a common interest. You're there to guide, but you are part of the team. You all need to run together. You need to hear what the other members are saying. I think by being a very consultative personality, you can reduce it to a long level. And I don't believe in eradicating errors totally. Of course, you're not in a medical field where we would love to say this, but in general, errors is part of evolution. It helps you to keep moving on to the next level.
Wow.
Thank you so much, sir. That's a exact point.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Rekha. And Venkat, we also have one more question from Mr. Sendil. Sendil, would you like to ask, unmute and ask, or then how do we? Shall I read it? Okay, well, it's taking time. So the question what Mr. Sendil is asking is, when subordinate intentionally makes the same mistake for a second time, how do a leader handle it?
Okay, I think this is a fantastic opportunity for a leader to showcase the leadership, right?
Oh,
now,
good.
I'm sitting in a position of leadership, and let's say a subordinate makes a mistake under me. The first thing that I would see, what is the intention, right? Is the intention right? If that's tick mark, then everything else has to be handled by me.
True.
If it's a problem, if it's an issue of ability, if it is an issue of resource, if it is an issue of anything else, then I'm there. But if it's an issue of intent, then you need to direct your focus towards that person and trying to see whether it is worthwhile to spend your time and energy towards changing that intent of the person, or probably just take a millisecond to understand why that intended. Maybe you used a harsh word, maybe you were not the right spirit at some point of time. Just be a little empathetic for a few minutes and maybe hear out. And maybe if that doesn't work, then you're very clear and your conscience is clear to say that, oh, the intent is not correct. Then you can do what you need to do, and nobody needs to tell you what you need to do.
True. Great. That's an excellent answer. Senthil, I believe you received the answer for the question which you've asked for.
Yeah, I received it. Yeah. And really great to hear Venkat. Actually, you touched upon the sage mindset, where we have the 5 power tools of sage, out of which navigate, empathize, and the 2 power you already touched. Really outstanding, Venkat.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good. Thanks, Venkat. We may be needing your help again in summarizing. Definitely stay tuned until then. And members, we also have the link of Mr. Ganesh Thiru on the chat box. So Rupa, kindly share the link again. So people who would like to wish to purchase the book of Mr. Ganesh Thiru about the one-page stock market plan, feel free to buy it. And I'm sure that's going to help you a lot. Coming back again to the one more last question, I believe Mr. Dinesh is one. Yeah, has asked your question. Dinesh's question. I'm looking. Yeah, in a team member intentions doesn't seem to be right. Okay, now that's when it's connected to the question. I mean the question which Mr. Senthil asked. So same intentions is coming here now.
Yeah.
So in a team, the team members' intentions are not right.
Yeah.
Then how do we deal with such person?
Yeah. Okay. So since I told my favorite sport is cricket, maybe I can try and get an analogy from that. So let's say that we have a team of 11 members where we play cricket, and there's match fixing, and 2 of them are wantedly leaving all the catches, and all no balls are happening. There is the issue of intent. This is one side, but let's leave that apart and see that there's a team of 11 members. There is a leader. We're going for a match. There can be off day. There can be issues, fatigue, family problem, multiple things. I think that's why you're called a team. That if one engine doesn't fire, you have other engines to fire.
Yes.
If you keep waiting for only one engine to fire always, then it's not a team, right? So I would always come to this question of what is the intent? If the intent is pure, then everything else can be looked into it. Everything else can be worked into it. Because end of the day, we are working with humans, right? So we need to understand. Now it's a world of artificial intelligence. Everybody talks about artificial intelligence. I think from there we should move into probably a thinking entity. We need to be a thinking entity with a lot of clarity in mind. So that is what I would emphasize. I think it's very important for a leader to distinguish and be a kind of a kind of a body language reader, a psychologist in terms of it. Maybe when I come across somebody in my team down, I cannot just go and push something on the day. Maybe I need to understand the situation, be empathetic. I think a leader is a kind of all, in the sense you need to be a subordinate, you need to be a father, you need to be a mother, you need to be a warrior. Sometimes you need to be a sniper. Sometimes you need to be a soldier who walks in the front. Sometimes you need to be taking a back step. You need to do everything. If you think I'm a leader and I'm sitting on a high chair, no, then you're not a leader. I think you need to also be psychologically understanding each other. Probably when I'm talking to you now, if you slowly start looking at your watch, it means that I'm talking too much. So I should be able to understand. If I ignore that and if I keep talking, then I am not, judging or looking at my situation with full awareness. So if I have to summarize very shortly, I think awareness is very key. Awareness to the people, awareness to the situation, awareness to the circumstances is very important, for which we need to be very calm and have clarity in our mind. If we continue to be probably in a process of labeling, even before a conversation is completed, we will never understand the situation around us. So take a step back, look around the situation. I think you'll be able to understand it. And if it's a problem of intent, then it has to be handled differently. If it's not the problem of intent, that is why you are a leader.
Wonderfully shared. The key is awareness, being more and more self-aware. In fact, I'm sure definitely that will give you more clarity. I'm sure Dinesh, I believe, would have received the answer. If you still have any questions, we will go ahead. I believe it's already time for us. So I would request, if still more questions are there, members, I would request you all to share in the chat box, and we will take such questions to Mr. Venkat and send it through him to an email, and we'll revert to you on the solutions what he shares for you. So, but I would request now to Mr. Sendil to quickly summarize what are the key aspects and learnings, what we have seen today.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prakash, and for the well benefit of our leadership nurturing team.
Kindly turn on your video and.
He got muted himself, I think. Yeah.
Mr. Sendil, you got muted. Kindly unmute yourself as well.
Yeah. Can you able to see now? Yeah.
Yes.
So I would like to share the 5 key messages takeaway from today's session. So point number 1, while dealing with a leader or working with a leader in any bilateral situation, please look in a focus of macroscopic view. And second thing is, please don't wait or explore to be more perfect. Start working towards perfection, as like the analogy of technology matters. So today technology is not really perfect. Every day technology is striving for perfection. That was a classic analogy what really touches the heart. And the third point what I would like to bring here is, when a person makes a mistake, try to stay away and accept the situation by using the sage power mindset of empathize as well as navigate the situation. This is the third power what I can bring here. And the fourth point what I would like to see here is, if a person is repeatedly making a mistake, explore into 3 possibilities, either in an intent perspective or in his ability perspective or in resource perspective. Take the ownership if it's a resource perspective. Then fourth point is, whenever you face a people or a situation or judge, go with full awareness.
Good. Excellent. And that's the last point, is about awareness, which has been covered.
Yeah.
Wonderful summary, Mr. Sendil, and that's excellent and awesome, in fact, for us to understand. So that's when Lakshmi Narasimhan says, hats off to you, Sendil. And all this while, I believe your video was on off mode, and now you are turning on your video.
Actually, I was traveling.
Specific reason, Mr. Sendil.
The reason was I was traveling.
Okay.
So I just summed up. I just summed up all the points in the chat.
Thanks very much. That's an awesome points which have you, and I believe that's your strength, Mr. Sendil. I'm sure most of our members are keep on sharing it with you. Wonderful observation is what you have. Great, Sendil. Keep it up and going. And let me introduce Venkat. Sendil is working in the Daimler India Private Limited, and he is a part of the training and development division there. So thanks very much, Sendil. That's really been awesome.
So really fantastic. I think if you would have asked me to summarize, I would not have done this. I think you've done fantastically well. Thank you so much. You've added value to my conversation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, because each statement, whatever you bring here, really enlightened me a lot, Venkat.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. Nice to hear from you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Great. Thanks very much, Venkat. Sendil, good one. So, members and visitors, now we are coming closely to an end of this particular episode for today. And before we share with you all the next week's leader, I'm going to hand over to Mr. Yugender to share about the next week's leader and also to share a few words. So yes, over to you, Yugender.
Thank you, Prakash. And thank you, Mr. Venkat, for sharing the thoughtful session. And as rightly told that even leaders also make mistakes. So we need to learn from that mistake and go forward. Yeah. So before me sharing about the next week leader, let me quickly share again the purpose of the community for the visitors who are attending first time. Leaders Connect is an online leadership community where every week on Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. we invite a top management leader from a reputed corporate company to share the solutions for our real-time leadership challenges, either on leading self, leading others, or leading your business, like how you have seen Mr. Venkat Narasimhan today. The Leaders Connect online community does not stop in sharing the solutions alone, but we also have reflections episode to track the learning and convert into an action plan on the last Wednesday of every month. That's when we call it as Leaders Create More Leaders. If you wish to join our community, please click on WhatsApp group link, which is on our chat box. and you will be able to join us to receive weekly updates or call us on the number shared on the WhatsApp, and then we will add into our community. We believe and trust in potential of every human being who can constantly grow, but growth is within oneself as how and whom you spend your time. For the members, do remember to write your learning and action plan on your respective login credentials. Now I'm happy to introduce the next week leader, Mr. Vikrant Vinayak, Managing Director, Accenture Private Limited. Now I would like to thank Mr. Venkat Narasimhan for spending your valuable time in sharing your experiences and solutions.
So thank you very much for giving me this wonderful opportunity and the platform. I hope I was able to add some thought or seed into your mind,
Yes.
and hopefully the seed can grow for us together.
Great. Wonderful, Venkat. Yes, definitely. The points what you share and the topic what you have told us to, maybe we can just customize the topic of lead has given us a clear clarity of what we all need to do as leaders. And to your point, one point as you spoke about empathy, and that's what our next week leader, Mr. Vikrant Vinayak, is actually going to share, the Managing Director of Accenture, on the topic empathetic leadership. There are a couple of members who had asked for the specific topic also on emotional intelligence. Under the emotional intelligence categories, where we have a specific point called empathy, and only when we have empathy is what we are more highly emotionally intelligent. And specifically only highlighting on empathy is what our leader next week is going to take on empathetic leadership. And stay tuned and feel free to gather more information about what all questions we need to ask next week's leader, and that will be really awesome and great. So thanks very much, Venkat, for being here with us here. What will be your one last message to share to all our community members here, Venkat?
Okay. Probably with your permission, maybe I would not like to shrink it with a small one-liner, but maybe I'll just articulate it slightly, because words are little. I'm not charged for my words, so I can be a little bit more free. I would say it's actually a dream for majority of us, if I can say so, for everybody to naturally think and want to be a leader. I think I can safely presume somewhere that at some point of time in our life, this idea would have crossed that we want to be a leader. Maybe it can be leading a team, maybe a small game or whatever it is. But this sort of me wanting to be a leader is something would have definitely been there in everybody's mind, and it would have crossed everybody's mind. But let me tell you, I think if you want someone to acknowledge you as a leader, whether you are acknowledged or not, then you will never be a leader. But if you're in the path of discovering you as a leader on your own, you will definitely be a leader, irrespective of somebody is acknowledging you or not. So, some leaders are naturally born, some leaders are made because of situations. And I strongly believe that even a good person in bad situation will behave bad, and even a bad person in good situation can become good. So I think it's our responsibility to kind of create good situations around us, and probably look at cultivating that positivity around us. So that's it. And finally, I think we should all do things for not for happiness, but out of happiness. And I think that's a key message that I would like to put it across. And all the very best for all the participants who have taken time to hear me out. Thank you very much.
Great. Thanks very much, Venkat. That's been awesome. And I will also invite Mr. Ganesh Thiru. Any last words you would like to share from your side? What message you would like to give to our community members? I believe Mr. Ganesh Thiru. Okay, I believe he had to leave. He was sharing it with me, but 7:15 he has another meeting, but that's nevertheless good. So thanks very much. Awesome, wonderful members that you all have been here, and that will be really great. Keep coming week after week, as Yugender shared. We are here just to not have the learnings and keep it with ourselves, but we track the learnings every month. The last Wednesday, we have a reflection session where all the learnings are converted to action plan and we'll see how are we demonstrating so that we are together creating more leaders. So thanks very much again, once again, Venkat, and we have one final thanking video for all. So Manish, I request you to kindly play the thanking video. Okay, I believe it's taking time. Manish, is that fine? Okay, nevertheless, I believe there should be a technical glitch with Mr. Manish, but oh yeah, it's come. Great. So thank you one and all. Thank you all the members. Thank you, Mr. Venkat, and thank you all the visitors again. So let's have a great week ahead and meet you all again.
Thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you,
all.
Venkat.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.